everybody, and welcome to Sadie's Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to cook barbecue meatballs. The first step that you're always going to do with cooking everything is wash your hands. While I'm washing my hands, you might want to get your station set up for where you will be cooking. Make sure you scrub your hands really good because you don't want dirty hands when you're cooking. Okay, now that I've washed my hands, I will show you the supplies and ingredients that you will need for your meatballs and your sauce. So, the supplies that you will need for this barbecue meatballs is a big bowl, a smaller bowl, a 2-cup measuring cup, a whisk, and a teaspoon. Now those were your supplies that you will need. Now for the ingredients, you will need 5 pounds of ground beef, 4 eggs, 4 cups of quick cooking oats, 4 cups of minced onions, 2 cans about this big of evaporated milk, and some salt and pepper for taste. So first, you're going to want to add your meat, your ground beef into your bowl, which I have already done so. So now, on to my next step, the 4 eggs. So I'm going to take my small bowl, my whisk, my 4 eggs, and a place to put the eggshells in once I'm done right here. So now I'm going to crack my eggs into my bowl. Trying to make these as neat as possible. Eggs are the neatest things to do. Okay, now that you have your eggs, you're going to want to wash your hands. Okay, so now you're going to want to take your whisk and you're going to want to whisk your eggs till your yolks are beaten. Okay, so once you've had your eggs beaten, you're going to want to take your eggs that are beaten into your 5 pounds of ground beef. You're just going to want to pour that in there. Now I'm going to add the 4 cups of quick cooking oats. Set that aside. Over that for a second. Okay, so this is a 2-cup measuring cup, so I'm going to pour this twice. Getting a little bit messy. Okay, so now that I have 2 cups of it, I'm going to pour my quick cooking oats into my 5 pounds of ground beef and my 4 eggs. Okay, so now I'm going to do it one more time because that was only 2 cups. Okay, so now I have my other 2 cups and I'm going to pour that into this. Okay, so now that you have your 5 pounds of ground beef, your 4 eggs, and your quick cooking oats, 4 cups of quick cooking oats, you're going to want to add your 2 cups of minced onions. I already have mine prepared. I chopped them up and measured them out, so I'm just going to go ahead and pour that into the ground beef, eggs, and oats. I'm just going to pour that in there. Okay. Gotta get all of them out. Don't want to waste it. Okay, now that I have this, I've just handled onions. So now I'm gonna, never mind. Now I'm gonna pour my 2 cans of evaporated milk into my,
mixture.
My, mixtures. And, okay, now I'm going to add a teaspoon of 2 teaspoons of ground black pepper. Okay, so now I'm going to add 4 dashes of salt. Did 5, but anyway. Now it's time to get a little dirty, and I'm going to mix this. It feels so weird. This is so weird. It's so disgusting. Oh my gosh. It's disgusting. Mix it up from the bottom to the top. Why is it making sounds? So now I'm going to mix this and finish up this. Make sure you have it mixed in really good. Make sure your oats are really mixed in there. Make sure you have this really mixed in. Some of the oats are just sitting there dry, so you really want to mix that in. You are going to want to blend it well and get it ready to form the meatballs. Okay, so now we're going to start making our meatballs, and I've already prepared some. You're going to put them on, we've already preheated our oven. So you're going to want to put them on 375 for about 25 to 30 minutes, and then you can check on them, and we'll go from there. So, just kind of making our meatballs about as the size of a big walnut. So, making meatballs. That sounded so weird.
Finish out this tray.
So I'm going to finish out this tray, and then we will pop them in the oven. Okay, so it looks like I'm finished with this tray, so I'm going to wash my hands. Okay, so I'm going to pop, I have 2 trays of meatballs, so I'm going to pop these in the oven, and then we'll make our sauce. Now let's cook up the sauce. So to hold the sauce, I have a pot that I'm going to use, a saucepan, and so the ingredients that you're going to need is you're going to need 4 cups of ketchup, 3 cups of brown sugar, which I have right here, brown sugar, 4 tablespoons of liquid smoke, and 1 teaspoon of salt. So we're going to start with the 4 cups of ketchup. So move that aside. Get this 4-cup measuring cup. Squirt it in here. Okay, that's good enough. So I'm going to pour this ketchup into the saucepan. And I'm going to scoop that out with okie dokie. Get all the ketchup out. I knew barbecue sauce had ketchup in it, but I never knew it had 4 cups of ketchup. That's a lot. Okay, so I think that's enough. And now we're going to move on. Ketchup on my table. Now we're going to move on to the 3 cups of brown,
Sorry, this is 2.
the 3 cups of brown sugar. This is 2 cups, so we'll add another cup. Pour that in there. I'm going to move my other things aside. And this is the last cup of the brown sugar. So now I'm going to do my 4 tablespoons of liquid smoke. Okay. 4 tablespoons of liquid smoke. Yep. There's something. Okay. So, it's 1 tablespoon. And another tablespoon. So we have 2 more to go. Okay, so now you have your 4 tablespoons of liquid smoke. So now you're going to want to add your 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay, so now we need 1 teaspoon of salt. Okie-dokie. Alright. Okay. Teaspoon of salt. And now we are going to mix this up and pour this over the meatballs.
Okay, Sadie. Trying to dig the stove.
First, we are going to stir it up, and then we are going to cook it and pour it over the meatballs. Okay, so I now have my saucepan on the stove with all my stuff, and I am stirring. You need to stir it so the sugar, brown sugar, will melt. Stir it up real good. And just easing up. It's floated everywhere. Get this side so it's all good. This sauce looks really good. Want to keep stirring your sauce till it looks like really thin, and you can, when you stir it, you kind of feel if it's rough, if it has sugar at the bottom or not. Just let that sit there. I've now turned my the stove off, and I'm gonna keep stirring it. Okay, so I've now poured my cooked sauce onto my meatballs. So now I'm going to put them in the oven for a total cooking hour, a total of an hour, and then we'll check on them and see how they were. So this was my project. Thanks for watching.